Hello campers, and welcome to the inaugural video of Camping with Nads. So I'm Nads, Nadia. All my closest friends call me Nads, and I also named this channel Camping with Nads because I do most of my camping solo. This camping trip is solo, and it takes some serious lady balls to go on solo camping adventures. So Camping with Nads it is. So today, this is going to be a bit of a repeat of a video that I made and posted on Facebook. So for those of you who follow me on Facebook, I apologize for the repeat, but now I have a tripod and I wanted to see how I do at making proper videos for YouTube. So I'm going to do a video today on how I start a campfire. For those who know me, I like the log cabin method of starting a campfire. You need dry wood to do a log cabin. It won't light properly if the wood is damp. And I have some dry wood today, so I'm going to build my fire. So you want to start with the first floor of your log cabin. So I'm going to grab a couple pieces of my fuel wood. These look pretty good. Put them about, hopefully you can see in the fire pit, about that far apart. And you're gonna grab 2 more pieces of fuel wood and build the second floor of your log cabin. So I'm going to do this. And you wanna choose smaller pieces of fuel wood to start. So hopefully you can see these ones, they're long, but they're thin. They're not thick fuel wood. So now that we have a outline of a log cabin, you're going to fill the middle of your log cabin with all your tinder. So as we know, tinder is anything that lights really easily. I've got bunches of paper all set, ready to go. So I'm going to put all my crumpled up newspaper here. In the middle of my log cabin. One more over there. Throw that under there. I also grabbed from the wood pile just some bark and smaller pieces of dried wood, which will be good for getting the fire going. And now on top of your tinder pile, you're going to add all your kindling. So I've got kindling here that I've chopped up. And basically, you're just going to stick the kindling over top of all your tinder, filling up the middle of your log cabin. Gonna add a little bit more here. It doesn't need to be pretty. Nobody's actually living in this log cabin. And then once you have your basic log cabin going, you light up all your tinder. So the reason I like log cabin for fires, they don't require a lot of tending. So TP works really well. TP, I think, is probably the most common method of lighting a fire. But TP requires a lot of tending and requires you to sit there and tend it and add wood bigger and bigger as you go. Log cabin requires no tending whatsoever. So once your tinder is lit, you just step back and wait for the kindling and the fuel wood to catch. You end up with lots and lots of nice coals. And it's really good for cooking because of all the coals that you end up with. So the tinder's all lit. I can see that some of the bottom of the kindling pieces are starting to catch. And of course, as we know, the tinder catches the kindling catches the fuel wood. So I'm going to leave this for a little bit. Once the flames get going, and we can see now more of the kindling has caught, you can add, again, smaller pieces of fuel wood really more of a kindling piece, so I'm just going to chuck that in the middle. Once the flames are going, and add yet another floor to your log cabin. Still looking for some smaller pieces. Once the flames are going, of course, you want to be careful not to snuff them out when you add the next floor. Fire needs oxygen to burn. And that's basically it. I'm just going to leave this now until all the fuel wood catches. Once all the fuel wood is caught, I can rearrange it into whatever shape I want. But this is the easiest method to start a fire ever. Oh, by the way, this is the Cypress Lake campground at Bruce Peninsula National Park. Today I was at Flower Pot Island and I did some hiking around there. I've just come back to my campsite for the night, getting the fire going. Thanks for joining me.